Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this 2022 Cadillac Escalade, and we're going to do a Taillight Tint installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before doing the installation. It's just your regular factory taillight lens, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that might hit the lens. If you like the product, link for the product will be down in the description below. So with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So the tools you need in order to install the tint kit will be Slip Solution, Tack Solution, a heat gun, squeegee, and a microfiber towel. And a step-by-step guide in order to create the two solutions will be in the description below. So before starting with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the taillight lens. So to prep it, just apply Slip Solution all around the taillight lens. And with the clean microfiber towel, start removing any contaminants that the taillight lens might have. So once we have the taillight prep, now we can start with the installation. So to start with the installation, just apply Slip Solution to the taillight lens and Slip Solution to the tint film. Once you apply the Slip Solution, start by placing the film onto the taillight lens. So just place it so it doesn't move. And the first thing we're going to do is align it on this curve here first. So that way, once this section is aligned, we could continue with the installation by stretching the film going down and then stretching it going up. So first, aligning it on this edge right here first. So make sure also while you're aligning it that the tint film is aligned on this section here. So right on the edge here first. And now that we have this section aligned and this section aligned as well, now we can start by tacking down this piece. So to tack it down, just lift the film carefully and apply tack solution underneath and on top of the film. Make sure it's still aligned and then start tacking just this section down. Now that we have this section tacked down, all we need to do now is do a light stretch in order to reach the tint film to this bottom edge here. So just make sure this area is dry and apply a little bit of Slip Solution just in case the film starts getting dry. Make sure this area is dry and just do a light stretch. Now hold it in place, apply Tack Solution, and the Tack Solution is just so we could squeegee the film and the squeegee doesn't get stuck and causes any wrinkles when we're doing the squeegee. So these two are going to overlap just a bit, but for right now we're just focusing on this section here. If you do come across any small fingers, those small fingers we could remove them afterwards. Right now our main focus is just securing this tint to this section here and then working our way on installing the rest of the film. So now that we have this section tacked down, we're going to remove the film once again, only up to this top layer portion, and apply Slip Solution. That way we could stretch the film to the top edge of the taillight. So make sure it's still aligned, make sure this area is dry, that way you have a good grip. Stretch it up to the top edge. Once you have it on the top edge, lift the film carefully and start applying Tack Solution underneath and on top of the film. Make sure it's still aligned and just start tacking it down. And this section right here, you are going to notice you have a small finger here. That small finger will work our way to helping the film tack down to this curve by just aligning it and stretching the film to this section here. So right now, just focus on securing this spot. So lift the film just a bit on this section and apply Slip Solution. Make sure it's dry and just start tacking down the film. And as you can see, when we pass our finger here, the finger starts to separate. So we're just trying to help decrease the size of the finger. So just doing this can help out, but make sure as you're doing that, everything is still aligned. And now let's focus on this section here. So all you need to do is lift the film, apply Slip Solution, make sure this area is dry, so dry it, and start aligning the film to the edge and on the top section here of the taillight. Once you have it aligned, start applying Tack Solution to tack the film down. If you see that we still have fingers here, what you could do is apply heat and Tack Solution to help it tack down, or it can also be that the stretch wasn't enough on here. So what you're going to have to do is just remove the film once again. Remove the film, apply Slip Solution, and make sure you apply Slip Solution on the tint as well, and just stretch the film until you reach it to the edge again. Okay, so now it should look better. Less fingers here, and just tack down the film. And now we're just going to focus on the fingers here. So to remove them, just start applying tack solution and heat to remove the fingers from this curve here. So apply tack solution, and with heat and little by little start helping the film tack down to this curve. So just glide your squeegee at an angle. That way we help tack down the film to this edge here. So little by little, the film is tacking down here. So it's just rinse and repeating until you're able to tack down the film to this edge. So you can use your finger to help tack down the film, but just take your time on this section. You could use your microfiber towel as well to help absorb any solution, and that way you're able to tack down the film. But just rinse and repeat this step until you're able to remove the small finger here. Okay, and once you finish tacking down this section, we can move on with the next installation, which is the tint that goes on the side piece here. So just make sure you tack down the film, remove the fingers, because once we post heat, we can remove any small little fingers that are still coming across. Okay, so for this last section here, all we need to do is apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the tint film. And this one, all we're doing is just aligning it right on the edge where we left off. So make sure it's aligned. And you should just follow up to the bottom section here. You can overlap the film just a bit, but just help it tack down here. So to tack it down, lift the film and apply tack solution underneath and on top of the film. Hold it in place and start tacking it down slowly. And now that we have this section secured, we can slowly make our way to the bottom, but just make sure everything is still aligned. And for the tint, it's not going to cover the inside of the lens here. It's only covering when we close the lift gate. So now that we finished with the installation, now we can move on with post heating the film. So the last thing to do once you finish installing the whole tint, post heat the film. So to post heat, just apply tack solution all around the film and also on the edges where we installed the other piece here. And all you're going to need is your microfiber towel and your heat gun. And you're just going to add heat all around the film, and with the microfiber towel, what that's going to do is just help absorb any solution that's on the edges of the film. So just post heat all around. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the Taillight tints for the 2022 Cadillac Escalade. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.